Welcome back, everyone. Before we dive in, wait until the end of this video for something big. I've got a major update on a development that could completely shift the dynamics of Boston real estate over the next few years. It's something most people aren't talking about yet, but trust me, you'll want to hear it. Now let's get into the current state of the Boston real estate market. Whether you're a buyer, seller, investor, or just real estate curious, this is a full market breakdown you won't want to miss. We're going deep on pricing trends, neighborhood by neighborhood activity, inventory levels, interest rates, and some major shifts that could impact your decisions right now. Let's start with the big picture. Boston's market remains tight and fast moving. Despite higher mortgage rates over the past 2 years, we never saw a true price correction. Instead, prices plateaued temporarily, and now they're creeping back up. Thanks to the Fed's rate cuts earlier this year, mortgage rates have inched downward. We're seeing rates in the mid 5% range now, which has helped pull some buyers back into the market. But here's the catch. There's still barely anything to buy. Active inventory across Boston is at crisis levels, down about 12% from this time last year, and that was already low. That's the defining feature of the current market. It's not just expensive, it's scarce. Homeowners locked into 2% or 3% mortgages are staying put, and new construction hasn't been able to pick up the slack. So even with only modest increases in demand, prices are rising again. Let's talk numbers. Right now, the median sale price for a single-family home in Boston is hovering around $875,000, up over 4% year over year. For condos, it's $725,000, which is about a 3.1% increase. But those citywide stats don't tell the full story. Some neighborhoods are outperforming the average significantly, while others are starting to see resistance at the top end. Take Back Bay, for instance. Properties there are routinely closing over $1,500 per square foot. Inventory is extremely tight, and when high-end renovated units hit the market, they often sell in less than a week. Beacon Hill? Same story. Classic architecture, desirable location, and very little turnover mean prices stay strong and competition is fierce. Now look at the South End. This neighborhood is on fire right now. We're seeing well-presented condos move within days, often with multiple offers. Why? It has that rare combination of charm, style, walkability, and community. For buyers who want character and urban convenience, it checks every box. But sellers need to get it right. Staging, photography, pricing, it all matters in this market. Meanwhile, in Jamaica Plain, there's a different kind of heat. Young families and first-time buyers are targeting JP for its livability and relative value. Homes under $1 million here are still seeing bidding wars if they're turnkey and located near the T. It's not cheap, but it offers space, parks, and a real neighborhood feel. And over in East Boston, things are interesting. Prices have softened a bit compared to the peak frenzy in 2022, but demand is steady, especially for units with skyline views or outdoor space.
Thinking about relocating to Boston? Well, I've got just the thing for you. Me and my team have actually taken the time to create the ultimate relocation guide, which is meant to save you hours of research. I've linked it down below, from top employers to the best hospitals and a boatload of other things that you need to know before you make the move. The best part is that the guide is 100% free. That's right, you heard me, 100% free. Just click the link below in the description or the top pinned comment. Hope that helps.
Investors are still active here, but buyers are more cautious than they were 2 years ago. Developers have had to adjust pricing to meet the market, especially on luxury new builds. Now let's zoom out to the suburbs. Newton and Brookline remain juggernauts, with median prices north of $1.4 million. These markets are being driven by families who want top-tier schools and more space but still need access to the city. Inventory here is just as tight as Boston proper, and many sales are happening privately or off-market. Then you've got places like Quincy, Medford, and Malden, where demand has surged from buyers priced out of the core neighborhoods. Quincy in particular is having a moment. Walkability, access to the Red Line, and relative affordability are pulling in both buyers and investors. If you're looking for long-term upside, Quincy is one to watch. Now let's talk about the rental market. Average rent for a one-bedroom in Boston is around $3,000, with higher-end areas like the Seaport, Back Bay, and North End coming in much higher. While rent growth has cooled since its meteoric rise in 2021-2022, it hasn't reversed. High rents are keeping many would-be buyers in the rental pool, which in turn sustains investor interest in multifamily properties. Speaking of multifamily, demand for 2- and 3-family homes remains very strong, especially in neighborhoods like Dorchester, East Boston, and Somerville. Cap rates are tight, but long-term demand and price appreciation still make these properties attractive. The house hacking crowd is active too. Buyers who plan to live in one unit and rent the others are helping drive up prices in this segment. Now, let's talk development. Boston's skyline continues to grow, especially in the Seaport, where luxury high-rises with concierge services, rooftop pools, and co-working lounges are redefining what urban living looks like. But affordability? Not so much. Studio units in the Seaport often start at $800K and climb fast. These are trophy properties, great for wealth preservation or international investors, but out of reach for most locals. Let's pause for a second. If you're finding this update helpful, take a second to hit that like button. It really helps the channel. And if you're new here, make sure to subscribe for weekly updates on everything happening in Boston real estate. Okay, let's look at what could shift the market next. The biggest factor is still interest rates. If the Fed cuts again later this year, we could see another wave of buyers enter the market. That would drive prices up even further unless inventory rises to meet the demand. And right now, there's no sign of that happening. Sellers, this is your moment. If you've been holding off on listing, this summer might be your best opportunity. With limited competition and high buyer motivation, well-priced and properly marketed homes are moving quickly, often with minimal days on market. Buyers, I know it's frustrating. The market is competitive, prices are high, and the best listings go fast. But if you're prepared, if you're pre-approved, flexible, and decisive, you can still find great properties. Consider emerging neighborhoods, off-market deals, or working with an agent who can help you act quickly.
Hi guys, it's Chris. As much as I love making these videos, there's one thing that I love more, and that's helping families and people from all over the US make the move here to Boston. I've helped countless families make the move, so whether you're coming out for the week, the next month, or even the next year, don't hesitate to reach out. My contact information is below, right there on the screen and linked in the description in case you missed it in the on-screen pop-up. I look forward to helping you and your family make the move to Boston.
And now, the part I promised at the start, here's the big news. The city of Boston is quietly preparing to fast-track a major zoning reform that could open the door to thousands of new housing units across key neighborhoods. Think upzoning around T stations, relaxed height restrictions in certain districts, and incentives for developers who include affordable housing. This initiative, still in the planning stages, is expected to be announced later this year. If passed, it could significantly impact supply in the next 3-5 years and reshape the city's housing landscape. What does this mean for you? If you're an investor, start scouting potential development sites now. If you're a buyer, keep an eye on neighborhoods likely to benefit from new infrastructure and growth. And if you're a homeowner near a future development zone, congrats, you may be sitting on a gold mine. That's it for today's full Boston market update. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or invest, the key is to stay informed, stay flexible, and stay proactive. Boston's market is evolving fast, and those who move with it rather than against it are going to come out ahead. Thanks for watching. Drop your thoughts and questions in the comments, and let me know what neighborhood you want me to cover next. See you in the next video.